election is the beginning of another one. But you cannot start without a roadmap. The report you have given us today is the roadmap to our victory in 2023. Your Excellency, if you recall that at the 87th National Executive Committee NEC meeting of our great party in this very hall, the month of January 16, 2020, approval was given for the constitution and inauguration of your committee. This party has always formed the positive habit of examining their actions, our actions, with a view to properly understanding how and why they fared in all elections. After the 2015 election that put us out of power, the party, under my leadership as acting national chairman, set up a similar review committee headed by the then Deputy Senate President, Senator Ike Kuremadu. It was the analysis from the Ike Kuremadu Committee and their report that informed the direction of the party in the subsequent 2019 election. In other words, that Ike Kuremadu Committee gave a roadmap to 2019 election. The implementation of that report, it may not be all, but gave rise to a well-informed report of the rebranding of the party, the 3 R's: reform, reposition, and regain power. And of a truth, it was the hallmark. Our presidential primary, so far so good, was recorded as the best, both nationally and internationally. In October 2018, and I can assure you that with this report today, we will continue to build on that benchmark to improve and move forward. Your Excellency, in 2019 general election, there was quite a lot of improvement. At that point, we were in control of 11 states, but at 2015, based on this report, the report of Ike Kuremadu and the performance of our party, both from the national level to local level, we gained 16 states. You are aware that we won in Kano, we won also in Osun, and we won in several other states. In fact, from reports, both in the Security Council and the observers, we actually got 19 states, and we won the presidential election, which we were denied. And so this party did extremely, very, very well. Your committee was set up in the same spirit to look back and find out how we fared in 2019 and why we got the outcome. Your terms of reference said it all, that to among other, to identify the remote and immediate causes responsible for the loss of the 2019 presidential election, the National Working Committee monitored diligently your committee performance, how you embarked on wide-range consultations with critical stakeholders of our party, particularly founding fathers, and also your involvement of consultants and other technical hands. Election in Nigeria, it is no longer analog. It is now digital. And so you cannot do a complete work without the involving some technical hands. So we want to commend you for involving experts, consultants, data analysts, IT specialists, and other people who had assisted the committee to come up with this report. I think the report is very robust. I have no doubt in my mind that your report will form the bedrock of our party's plans ahead of 2023 general elections. It starts from today. We must see our differences. If we are looking forward to rescue this nation, it must start from today. The NWC is going to study and analyze your report meticulously and come up with a position that will be beneficial to our party. It is important that we will set up an implementation committee on this report almost immediately so that we can move with action. The PDP is putting no stone unturned to ensure it regains federal power, and this report is going to be the takeoff point and keystone to our subsequent actions ahead of 2023. On this note, we urge Mr. President, President Buhari, and his APC administration to embark on immediate electoral reform that will ensure free, fair, and transparent election in the country and put Nigeria in the parity with other developed democracies in the world, just like Ghana. Having failed roundly in the delivery of any dividend to Nigerian people, and having brought the country to a status of a failed nation with unprecedented collapse of all our structures, APC knows as fact now that Nigerians will not want to do anything with them again. As a result, they are putting all stops on the way to conducting credible election, but we need to warn that the only thing that is keeping this country alive today, what is keeping this country alive today is the fact that APC will be history in 2023. That is a fact. It's on ground. They are also aware of this reality, and they are trying to use their usual propaganda to create a different image for themselves. You are aware sometimes they will just, for no reason, they will come out of the press and media, oh, 4 governors from PDP at the campaign. Is that the business? Is that the reason why they were given the mandate to rule the country? Every day you are looking for either PDP governors or PDP stalwarts. First, the business of governance. We believe that they can no longer fool Nigerians again. We cannot be fooled again. Relying on the recommendation of this report, the NWC will work with very strong think tank. And please, all the party leaders of our country that have the capacity, they must come up, because it's not an easy thing to put together a team that will work out the details of how we are going to win elections. So we are going to work with think tanks, consultants, and critical stakeholders of our great party to enhance the new PDP, new narratives. Because we've carved out new image, we've rebranded the party, we've repositioned the party that will help address the yearning absence of leadership. Because in Nigeria today, there's complete and absolute absence of leadership. That's why you can see there's an absolute security breakdown, the economy broken down, every aspect and facet of life. Nigerians are in trouble. So we require our leaders to stand up. Yesterday, I addressed the women, they formed an action committee I'd like to inform this audience that the women are ready, like women who believe that they will take the front stage. And you recall the Margaret Eagles, and you recall the Ransom Kuti. There are women at that critical time in the history of our country that led some kind of a revolution that transformed the country. And so the women are ready, led by our national woman leader, to lead again, once again. They are not going to keep quiet. They are going to start, and the action committee will start moving out as quickly as possible. They will get what they desire and what they want. The same thing with the youth. We are also putting the youth at very top priority in our agenda in moving this party forward, that they will take the center stage just like the women. And by next week, we will inaugurate the action committee. So we are moving forward. We will continue to build the party along the line of the recommendations with a view to cultivating wide support base with utmost urgency towards 2023. It is now very, very urgent. We must come together and take over and rescue our nation. Aside the frightening security situation, of course you are aware, every day, even in Abuja here, nobody is safe, which we all know. Just this Monday, the National Bureau of Statistics released fearful data of unemployment situation in the country to be over 33%. Very fearful. By the time you minus the minors and the age in our population, you will discover that virtually all our youth population are unemployed. This is established facts. You remove the children, you remove the aged, you will see that virtually all the youth are unemployed. The country is in problem. That's why we are putting our youth first. They must be given urgent attention. They can contest, they can be appointed, they must be in the forefront to rescue the nation. Why then should we be surprised that the nation is being overwhelmed with banditry, kidnapping, terrorism, and all whatnot? Our youthful population has been ignored. That is the youth. The current government has ignored them and abandoned them. So we need to put them together. With all these sad tales of our country, PDP have no option but to redouble their effort to ensure that good governance is returned to the country. And of course, our governors are the best in the country today. You can't hear the APC governors commissioning projects or inaugurating anyone, but it is only the PDP. From Sokoto to Bauchi to Yola to Delta to Enugu and all around to Port Harcourt, to Rivers, to Akwa Ibom and Cross River. So you can see that our governors are the best. By the grace of God, everything shows that clearly that Mr. President Buhari and his APC have been overwhelmed and they have no capacity to deliver any good anymore in this country. They are missing in action. So you need to rise to this occasion. May I use this forum to charge PDP members and all lovers of democracy across this nation and beyond to put their acts together. It is time, the call by the BOT chairman, that unity is the key to success. Unity is the key to success. We must come together, not for our own self alone, but for the interest of the 200 million people in Nigeria that are waiting for our leaders here to take over the reign of affairs of the country and bring smiles on the faces of our people. Your Excellency, I want to thank you especially for the pain you have taken to put together and your members this all-important document. This document is clearly will give the National Working Committee and other members that we are going to inaugurate very soon, the implementation committee, a roadmap. And I want to assure you on behalf of the leadership of the party that we will implement this report precept by precept in all of them so that we can get to the victory land where we're expecting to do. By the special grace of God, we know that it is time for our people, especially the women and the youth, to come together. If they don't come together, to rescue this nation will be very, very, very difficult. So we are taxing the women and we are taxing the youth that they must play the central stage in rescuing this nation from the hands of APC. May I appreciate on behalf of the party leadership the exceptional job of your committee to ensure you that the combination will be given critical consideration looking ahead, and on behalf of the leadership of our party, we want to congratulate all of you